Welcome back, artists. Today we are going to start adding patterns to our shapes that we painted. We're going to be getting the same colors plus some black and white, and your job is to paint a pattern on each of the shapes that uses a color from the different color families. So when we look at the colors, we have the pinks, the oranges, and the yellows. Those are the warm colors. I would consider this magenta warm as well. So on top of these, I'm going to want to paint with a cool color. And then on top of green and blue, I'm going to want to paint with a warm color. When you are doing a pattern, you want to think about using maybe either a line or a shape to create the pattern. If I'm going to do this green circle first, I need to use a color that is warm. And I'm going to actually use pink, I think. So I'm going to put some pink on my brush, loading my brush is just on the tip. And then maybe for this pattern, I'm going to paint polka dots. And I'm going to go over the top using the tip of my brush. And remember, our colors, when they dry, they start to become opaque because right now it looks a little bit messy. I'm going to take my time and on purpose paint a circle and fill it in. Now that I finished those polka dots, it is time to clean up my brush. So again, we use the water container. We gently tap it on the bottom to open up those bristles, spread out those bristles and get that color to come off. And then we want to make sure that our paint does not get too runny. So we're going to dry our brush in the paper towel. And we're also looking to see if there's any color, to make sure the brush is completely clean. So now I'm going to move on to my next shape. Now this is a warm shape, so I'm going to probably do a cool color. I did pink and green here, so I'm going to do pink with blue this time. And instead of doing a dot, I'm going to do a line. So again, when we're painting, right, we're using the tip of the brush, and I'm going to do like some curved lines. And I want to go from one edge of my shape to the other edge of the shape. And I'm just doing gentle pressure. Do you see how my bristles aren't even like bending on my paper? It just looks like they're barely touching. And you'll have to spend some time making sure you are dipping. I can paint maybe 2 or 3 lines before it starts to get fuzzy. And then I'm going to want to go back and get some more paint. Let's see if I can get another one like that. So you're going to want to go through all of your shapes and come up with a pattern for each of them. So we want to have a pattern on each one. If you have some extra time, you could go back and add a second layer on top of the paints that you already have if you still have some time. You do want to make sure that it's dry, so I'm not going to want to go back and paint on top of this one until my blue is completely dry. Otherwise, instead of painting on top of it, it's going to mix together. And I'm just going to consider shapes and lines on all of my shapes that I've painted.